Chaos erupts in the White House. Trump tells Zelensky to surrender or face destruction. As a Putin summit looms, pressure mounts, and Ukraine fears betrayal from its strongest ally. US President Donald Trump urged Volodymyr Zelenskyy to accept Russia's terms for ending its war in a volatile White House meeting, warning that Vladimir Putin had said he would destroy Ukraine if it did not agree. The Financial Times reported that the meeting between the US and Ukrainian president descended many times into a shouting match, with Trump cursing all the time. The US president tossed aside maps of the front line in Ukraine, insisted Zelensky surrender the entire Donetsk region to Putin, and repeatedly echoed talking points the Russian leader had made in their call a day earlier. Following the meeting, Trump tried to look calm, but the frustration was evident. He suggested the two countries should stop fighting and go home. In fact, he insisted on it, saying,
"I met with President Zelensky, as you know, today. And we had a very good meeting, very cordial meeting. In my opinion, they should stop the war immediately. You go by the battle line wherever it is, otherwise it's too complicated. You'll never be able to figure it out. You stop at the battle line, and both sides should go home, go to their families, stop the killing, and that should be it. Stop right now at the battle line." I told that to President Zelensky. I told it to President Putin. Thank you very much, everybody.
On the other hand, Zelensky looked shattered as he and his team went to the White House hoping to persuade Trump to supply them with long-range Tomahawk cruise missiles. But the US president ultimately declined to do so.
It's a pity. We understand the challenges, how to get them. Then we spoke about also about long range, of course, and I want not to make statements about it. We decided that we don't speak about it because nobody wants, this United States doesn't want escalation and etc. So this we will be out of the questions about it, out of the answers, sorry, about it, and also we. Spoke about Budapest. The president shared with me their dialogue with Russian side. So we understand for us all the signals from Russians. They are not new, but we count on president, on his pressure on Putin to stop this war.
Financial Times, quoting an European official, reported that Trump told Zelensky that the Ukrainian leader needed to cut a deal or face destruction. The official said that Trump told Zelensky he was losing the war, warning,
"If Putin wants it, he will destroy you."
Meanwhile, Trump is reportedly placing more pressure on Ukraine than on Russia ahead of a planned summit with President Vladimir Putin. The Wall Street Journal, citing sources, reported that several American officials observed Trump's hesitation to push Putin, who has shown little interest in concessions needed for a deal. One source noted,
"The White House has put more pressure on Kyiv than on Moscow."
Washington has considered additional measures to pressure Moscow, but has so far held back. Putin and Trump spoke by phone Thursday and agreed to hold a summit in Budapest in the coming weeks. To build momentum, US officials plan a series of lower-level meetings with Russian counterparts, led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio instead of Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, a move seen positively by Ukrainian and EU diplomats. Western media view Rubio as more hawkish on Russia than Witkoff, who held several talks with Putin this year. Russian President Vladimir Putin, in a phone call this past week with President Donald Trump, demanded that Kyiv surrender full control of Donetsk, a strategically vital region in eastern Ukraine, as a condition for ending the war. Putin has tried and failed to conquer the territory for 11 years, repeatedly repulsed by Ukrainian forces who see it as a major bulwark against a swift Russian advance toward Kyiv.
Putin's focus on Donetsk suggests he is not backing away from past demands that have left the conflict in a stalemate.
Russia and Russian-backed separatists have claimed parts of the region since 2014, but have never taken full control by force. Trump has not publicly commented on Putin's demand and did not endorse the request in his statement Friday after a high-stakes West Wing meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. He plans to meet Putin in Hungary in the coming weeks to continue discussions on ending the war. In the call, the Russian leader suggested he might surrender parts of Zaporizhzhia and Kherson in exchange for full control of Donetsk, the official said. This is a smaller territorial demand than the sweeping claim he made in August at the Anchorage summit. Some White House officials saw it as progress, one senior official briefed on the call said. Ukrainians are unlikely to agree, the other official, a senior European diplomat, said.
It's like selling them their own leg in exchange for nothing.